women use markers of status partly as indicators of available resources because those are useful, but I don't think women are that uncanny, let's say. It's too simple. I think they use the presence of resources as a proxy for the personality and cognitive traits, let's say, including physical health, that would enable a man, even stripped of his current set of resources, to be highly likely to acquire them in the future. And maybe current resources are a good proxy for that.
Yeah, I think So one issue is that cash economies are relatively recent in our human history. I think maybe 7,000 to 10,000 years old or so. And so so we are able to stockpile economic resources in a way that is evolutionarily unprecedented due to cash economies. But I think that you're absolutely right that what women tend to look for, and this shows up even in my studies as well, is the characteristics that are statistically reliably correlated with resource acquisition, which will be things like intelligence, social status, dependability, athletic prowess. Is this guy a good hunter? So you go to a culture like the Aceh of Paraguay, and basically what leads to high status in men is hunting skills. That's like the big main effect there. And so I think even things like, that I know you've talked about this and you measure them as some of the big five characteristics, even things like emotional stability and conscientiousness, which we know is linked with hard work and industriousness and achievement in modern work context, likely was true ancestrally as well. So women didn't want a guy who's going to be sitting around in the hammock all day, smoking whatever the local, weed or hallucinogen is. She's going to want a guy who has the motivation to get out there and hunt and bring back the bacon, so to speak.
Yeah, and the hunting thing is really interesting when you think about also how much we've abstracted ourselves out of our basic biological niche in some sense, because hunting and getting to the point and hitting the target and aiming right and being specific with words and all of that kind of goal-oriented action, those are all very tightly related as far as I can tell psychologically. And so